so very much for taking some time out of your really busy day to have us down here on your beautiful set of the yard, right?
Yeah, it's the yard. Happy to be here. I found out his name's not Jojo, so he's been lying to us all.
I have to say, like when I reached out to you, the first place I had in mind when I wanted to shoot this video was here because it's just such a cozy vibe, you know?
Is that part of the ASMR?
I think so. I think you, like, on your podcast, it's all about, you know, having a really warm, open place for friends to chill out, right?
It's more about farting and cum jokes.
So, is this your first ASMR experience, I guess you'd say?
Like, outside of occasionally making fun of them on stream by attempting to do it.
Right.
I would say this is the first real one.
First, like, unironic attempt.
I didn't have a $10,000 head.
Right.
$10,000 head.
$10,000 head.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You know how I get it. So, Ludwig, we've gone ahead and I've brought a couple different objects here. These are what are called triggers, I guess. I don't know. Feel free to pick out something that I guess interests you and just have fun with it. What have you chosen there?
What do you mean have fun with it?
You're gonna make sounds. It's all about making sure they relax. I think so far you're off to a fantastic start, really.
I feel like I made a wrong choice.
No, I think you've made a great choice, frankly. Also, whilst we're at it, my audience, whenever they see photos of me, they think I'm really tall, but I always see when audiences see you in other people's streams, they say you're really short, so I think you're actually taller. You're taller than me.
I think
It's true.
Well, I think it's because I sit when I record.
Right.
And you stand when you record. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I think so. Why didn't you get started with that? I'm gonna pick something out.
Okay, yeah. He says get started like I know what to do. Okay, I got it.
Can I recommend something? Can you take this glove and just like do this really slow? That's good. That's really good. So I've chosen a cardboard flute.
That's what you get from a toilet paper roll.
That's,
when you're done.
yeah, I just say that's exactly true. I think you're actually killing him. I think you're better than me at this, to be honest.
Well, can you answer a question I have?
Sure.
Do you watch ASMR videos?
I'm definitely gonna watch this one when it comes out. But aside from this, yeah, it's difficult for me to separate my creator mind from just my viewer mind, you know what I mean?
So you're judgy?
I think so.
You're too judgy to enjoy?
I think so. Like when I first started out, I was just a viewer of ASMR, just enjoying myself. But I don't know, are you the same? Whenever you watch other people's content, you find it difficult to like separate studying their content from just enjoying it, do you think?
I think I've gravitated to just watching people who I like or I'm friends with.
Cool.
I'm parasocial now.
Right. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, if it's like my friend's streaming, I'll watch it without thinking about it from a maybe content perspective.
I hear you. So, one of the big announcements that happened with you, you really like that? That was actually quite good. One of the big things I saw happen recently with you was your 3-year contract with YouTube streaming ended.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't have to go too much into detail, but I saw on one of your live streams, you said you would come up with a decision of what, platform you thought you were going to stream on by January 6th, I thought.
Well, I don't know if it was specifically that day.
It was.
It was?
Yes, it was.
I was a bit, okay.
The reason I know that because we're filming this exactly 1 month before, on December 6th, so you have about a month to figure that out.
Before I go to jail.
Yeah.
I'm taking back what's ours.
Nice.
Join me, we can take back what's ours together.
You got your old Twitch username back?
I did get my old Twitch username.
It was Mogul Moves before.
It was hard because nobody would acknowledge me in chat.
Right.
But people still don't acknowledge me, so I don't think it was the name.
Right. Now it's Ludwig, right?
It's Ludwig, yeah.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts in terms of the advantages of YouTube streaming and Twitch streaming, and obviously you don't have to have an answer now, as I'm sure you haven't even figured it out yourself, but you know, what are the benefits and cons and pros about both platforms when it comes to streaming? Why don't you?
Yeah.
I'll grab something else.
I think Twitch is kind of like a party where everybody is at. So if you've ever been invited to a big function, that would be Twitch. And then YouTube is like, you know, one of your good mates' birthday, but there's 3 people there. And so it's like, on one hand you're like, yeah, I love my mate,
My YouTube. Yeah. But FOMO.
There's a bit of FOMO.
I feel ya. So this is I call this my little bird's pillow. And he lent us his pillow that he sleeps on. So for this, you kind of just want to like tap on it. That's really good. I've chosen, this is a lollipop.
That seems loud.
It actually is, which is why I have not trusted you with this, but this is more of like a visual thing. Check this out, ready? Let's try.
Let me do tricks on that.
Yeah.
Let me do tricks on that.
Just be really careful, right? You gotta like fiddle around with it, get the right like rhythm going. You can go a little faster. Okay, nice. And then you. You're killing it, man. That was bad.
That was kind of
bad.
I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk a failure.
Alright, how about we trade it back then?
Trade me back.
So, okay, like, do you find any possibility you think you'll like simulcast stream on both of those? I saw you said you weren't a big fan of simulcast streaming.
I'm such a hater.
Yeah.
I'm a hater.
Do you think it's bad to have like a split audience and stuff like that?
I think like Twitch is kind of like a rich get richer system.
Right.
The more viewers you have, the higher you are in the category, the more viewers you get. And so when you stream on X Then Everything app, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, IG Live, maybe you have more viewers overall, but I think less people are.
Yeah, like less of a dedicated audience maybe.
I think so.
I think you're right. That's a good point.
I don't, because I've tracked it pretty like fiercely with like Tim the Tap Man.
Right.
Or Ninja, and I don't think it works as well.
No, for sure.
But it worked for Charlie for a while, so.
Yeah, I did see that. I used to see he only streamed on Twitch.
Yeah.
Then he started like going on YouTube. Now he's on both.
So
I'll be sure to ask him the same question.
please do.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I'll watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think that, like, one of the things I saw you said was you were interested in doing a subathon next year?
I said that.
Yeah, you did.
I say some crazy shit.
Yeah, you did. You definitely did. But that's why I was so hyped.
I said straight up I'd do a subathon.
That was after I think you were on Kai Cenat's subathon, which what was it like being on Kai Cenat's subathon?
It was crazy.
Meeting him.
Well, I've met him before. He's a nice guy, but
Yeah.
it was crazy being in the subathon because that was a whole production.
That was insane.
Because I did a subathon a few years ago, but that was just me in my room with my friends who live with me.
I've never seen anyone do something like he's really pushing the limits and boundaries of like what it means to be a live creator.
Yeah, I think the production for that was insane.
It's just, second to none.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But what was something that I took away from it is how tired the production looked. They looked more tired than he was.
That makes sense.
I think it
must be like super stressful, right?
Yeah, I think for anyone's job, going 30 days straight's a bit stressful.
Sure.
What was your first job?
I've never had a job other than YouTube.
You're lying.
I'm no cap for real.
Wait, how old are you?
How old do you think?
37. I threw out a high number on purpose.
That's fucked. I'm nearly 26 this month.
Yeah, I figured you were much younger.
You're 29, right?
I'm 29, yeah.
Right. No, you look.
So you're 25 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to say the age you're gonna be.
Yeah.
You only need to do that when you're 12.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know when, like, I'm Asian, I'm half Asian. So, like, I feel like a lot of Asians, they just sort of look the same until they're 50. And then, bam, they just look like a sensei. You feel me?
Yeah, Is that Asian? What is that?
I don't know.
Skin?
I don't know, maybe it's just
Tautness.
maybe it's like from the Asian tiger mums. I don't know, something like that happens. So, yeah, did the scale of Kai's Subathon really impress you, I guess, and all that stuff when he was doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think him and iShowSpeed are kind of like, but they're kind of like leading the charge in a way.
Those two guys in particular are incredible. I've always thought about, like, if I did ASMR with iShowSpeed, how insane that would be. Because he's like the anti-ASMR.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Which I think people would love to watch.
He would yell.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's really good. Feel free to grab out something else here.
Yeah, these are my favorite.
Oh, nice, like the fidgets. There should be another one. Yeah, see, you already know. You're a bird. So, you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you're a podcaster, you're a streamer, you're a content creator, you're a boyfriend. How do you juggle all of these things in your life? Do you have any downtime?
Yeah, I mean, you don't get to play 200 games of League without some downtime.
Right.
But I think the most important thing is giving people the perception you're busy, that you don't have to actually be busy.
No, that's great. Do you sort of see live streaming as work at all? Or
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. Right, because there's always that misconception about, you're just streaming games. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Right, but there's so much that goes into what you do. Exhibit A. Like all this, right?
I think the dream is, because I have a lot of people who I work with,
Right.
the biggest thing that I have difficulty doing is making sure I manage people well in terms of they have something to work on.
100%. I'm like Bronan over there. He's my first employee ever, and I'm creating a company at the moment, and it's been, all the growing pains that come with that, and I am the least most effective boss ever. Do you find it difficult to be a boss sometimes, and like knowing how to have difficult conversations like that sometimes with employees?
I find the hardest part to not get because it's easy to just stream and not do all that stuff.
Right.
Or just make your videos and
comfortable. So it's like, why even? You have to find a reason to challenge yourself.
But then, you're giving the employee a tougher time because they have less direction.
Right.
And they have less of a chance to succeed in their role.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that's hard, is juggling both, because it also makes you a worse creator.
Right. Tell me about what it's been like being behind the scenes producing Rivals of Aether 2.
Am I going crazy on this one, by the way?
No, that's mad. You know what? You can also squeeze it right up into the... That's mad.
Rivals of Aether 2.
Go ahead.
My main job is just to let people know it exists.
Right.
Doesn't really, I don't make video game. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I know how to code.
Right.
Is it good to do at the same time?
No, for sure. I love your concentration pace.
That's just me squeezing as hard as I can.
One thing I was gonna ask is if you had your 5 kilo tungsten.
Oh my god.
I can't imagine how difficult it would be.
Wait, it's not 5 kilo.
It's 20 kilos, right?
It's 20 kilos.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think I said that because I did an Amazon store. I did an Amazon stream as well.
Okay.
Where it was the chat can buy. And it was totally inspired by you.
Yeah.
And then everyone tried to make me purchase a 20 kilo tungsten cube as well.
They're pricey.
Yeah, it's insane. Plus I'm in Australia, right?
Yeah.
So the shipping's good.
Yeah. It's probably 6,000 Australian.
It's fried.
Dollars.
You've been to Australia, right?
Yeah, a couple times.
Where have you been to in Australia? Do you remember?
Sydney, Melbourne.
Okay, nice.
Classics.
What did you think about Australia in general?
I loved, and it's a very hot take, Sydney.
You like Sydney?
I know, it's a hot take.
Nice.
I'm saying it's controversial.
Anywhere in particular in Sydney that stood out to you?
Yes. It's called Spice Alley.
Oh, nice, yeah.
That place is fucking sick.
It's where all the parties go down.
It's just like an alleyway. I don't know if parties go down there.
Some of them do.
Some parties go down there.
It's
Maybe some parties. But basically it's like an alleyway with it feels like just an Asian alleyway.
Right, yes.
hijacked at it. But
yeah. What about, did you drive at all down under?
no.
Yeah, it's crazy driving here. It seems like everyone here in LA wants to die.
They just want to get where they need to go, and if they die doing it, then they don't have to work. So
Right, yeah.
that's kind of the mantra here.
I hear that.
If you go drive past any coffee shop after 11 p.m., just look at the drive-through line.
Right.
It's like full. It's crazy, and that's not even considering the cocaine.
Right. I think what's like insane is that in Australia it's much more suburban-y. So like a lot more hills. What have you dropped there? A little squishy ball.
Yeah, like
I'll
the
grab
squishy
this
stuff. Yeah, well, Australia is just, it's quite dense and then not dense, right? Like the cities are dense and then.
Well, what's insane here about LA, I've been here a few times, but it always amazes me, and I recommend you just like squeeze that. Like you'd squeeze your own balls.
Pause.
Sorry.
What are you doing to your balls?
I'm trying nothing, I'm just like, anyway, yeah, the car parks are really insane. Like you guys have car parks everywhere. Here in LA.
Oh, parking lots.
Parking lots.
Parking lots.
America.
It's America.
Yeah, like that's crazy. And I feel like you can't walk anywhere here in LA.
It depends on, because LA is your first time.
No, I've been a few times, but it's like
It's kind of like just 50 different cities.
yeah,
Or 50 different like towns.
exactly.
Some of the towns you can't walk,
Right.
but you have to be in like the right town.
Like if you don't rent a car in LA, you're screwed.
Yeah, if you're trying to go anywhere.
But in Sydney, like you can just PT it everywhere, you know?
Yeah, they're supposed to fix this for the 2028 Olympics.
Whoa. Is it gonna be in LA?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
so they're gonna add a lot of.
Sorry, that really threw me off, that sound.
Yeah, that was a bad one. I'll switch it.
Oh, nice. Okay, so these ones, it's like surgery. You have to be really careful when you put them on because it's gonna make a lot of noise. You feel me? Okay, so this one's for your right hand. Right hand. Okay, nice. You're doing good. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Man, you have chunky fingers.
I broke it playing football, American football.
These are actually, you know why? It's because these are custom printed to my my hand size.
Oh, I got huge hands compared to you.
Oh yeah, you do. Oh nice.
Okay, what do I do with this?
So this, you just really carefully just sort of move your fingers, sort of like you're Jack Skellington. Oh yeah. What do you reckon?
I don't know if I'm doing it well, but it's kind of fun. This would be a sick cosplay.
You sort of do it like this.
I don't like when they hit each other.
You have to like separate your fingers like this. Yeah. Yeah, this one is like a lot of ASMR is being extremely careful, obviously, and you're.
I'm trying.
No, you're doing so
But this
well.
feels like a workout.
Right. Yeah, it takes a lot of getting used to.
I find a lot of Australians are fit.
Yeah. Well,
Are you
maybe not
fit?
me. I'd say I'm like above average for sure.
What do you do?
I just go to the gym a bit, believe it or not. I don't know if I look. I'm a bit lean.
Loki, you do look.
You think like sleeper build?
I think you, honest to God,
Thanks, bro.
you look like someone who might rock climb though.
Right, like a bouldering guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in that age demographic, like once you're 25 plus, like, you know you're old if you start picking up bouldering.
Wait, actually,
Yeah, that's like true.
don't nod your head. How old are you?
He's like 25 as well.
Oh my God. it's a
Just
young-
own it, bro. It's
It's
okay.
a young man's game.
It's alright. How you doing? Good.
want to start a drink company?
What would our drink company be, you think?
Oh, I have one of these.
Yeah, I know, that's why I gave it to you.
That's so funny. It's like giving like a tax attorney a calculator to play with.
Yeah, right. A lot of ASMR is like picking up random things that you wouldn't think second of, and then just like realizing, wait, this makes good sounds. Like shopping for me is a completely different experience now.
Shopping, like where?
Like if I go to a retail, like a supermarket store.
What's like the supermarket in Australia?
Like Woolies, like Woolworths.
It's called Wally's.
Woolworths.
Walworths.
We call them Woolies.
Woolies.
Like I'm just tapping on oranges and apples, and then just like women are looking like, what's wrong with this guy?
Have you ever thought about doing like a fully artist video?
For example,
like, you know, when people match up sounds from like a movie scene.
yeah. So what we did this project where we changed all of the sounds in Minecraft into ASMR sounds. So I like recorded in the lab, maybe for like 2 hours long, like a ton of different sounds.
Yeah.
And then we just put those sounds into the game over
Like in a pack.
Exactly, in a sound pack.
That's fun.
And I recreated like iconic movie scenes in ASMR, like your Dark Knight Joker interrogation scenes. You know that scene of Mr. Incredible in The Incredibles where he's like, "Where's my super suit?"
Oh yeah. Like Frozen.
Yeah, exactly. Or like Breaking Bad, turning that into ASMR. So I've done that before.
I see.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's what I think. I haven't experienced creator burnout as much as other people because as long as you're quiet, you can really do whatever you want.
So you just have one limitation, but then
like it's this, you can do everything.
Yeah.
Like you can do like a sleep video, you can do a role play, you can do a collab, you can game, you can.
What's the dream?
What's the dream?
Yeah, like what would you love to make before you are all done?
Well,
an ASMR movie.
I think my big goal would be like, I love working with non-ASMR creators because their audience gets to see their favorite creators forced to be quiet.
Yeah.
And I think, so whether it's like talking to, I don't know, internet celebrities or iconic, even just mainstream celebrities, I think that's something I really love. And talking and working with people.
Like showing new people ASMR.
Yeah, right. And
Who's your dream guest? Is it iShowSpeed?
To be honest, it was like you and Charlie.
Really?
Yeah, I would say so.
But you're doing that.
So I would say now, maybe iShowSpeed.
Okay.
Or Kai Cenat. Just like the most polar opposite.
What about Barack Obama?
He would be good, right? Another one was Markiplier.
Barack Obama, and you get little drones
Oh, nice.
for the sound.
Yeah, I was thinking
Markiplier would be good.
Yeah, he would be good, right?
He's in LA.
He has a very soft, like deep voice, right?
Yeah, I think he'd be good at it.
Right. Here, take this.
This is a Rubik's Cube.
No, it's just some fidget toy. I'm gonna take. I'll key this after. This you can just sort of like play around as like a slinky, like a. I don't think you like that one. No. You want to switch? Here. Just tap on this.
With what?
Your nails. Maybe hold it like. Yeah, nice. Do you have nails?
Some.
Oh, nice.
That fine?
Yeah, that's good.
How do you know if it's good?
Trust me, I've been in the business for a long time.
But when you started,
I didn't. I was like breathing into the microphone a lot,
which you shouldn't do.
which I shouldn't do, right? But like I was a kid, I've been doing this like since what, end of high school? Maybe like 8 years.
Really?
End of 2016. Christmas Day was my first video.
That's longer than I've been
Yeah, right.
creating content. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Do you think it's interesting? Like, I thought one thing I didn't know about you was that you and QT, Cinderella, you guys started dating before both of you were creators, right?
No. She
I
was
could say that or something.
She was a creator for about like a year, and I'd been one for about maybe 10 months.
But this was maybe, you would say, before you guys both really blew up.
I mean, I had maybe like 100 viewers
saw her say was she said in her stream, I think it was with Jason at one point or something, she's like, I can't imagine Ludwig dating if like we broke up because of all the trust issues, I'm sure, and paranoia when it comes to like being scared of being taken advantage of, right? Because obviously now you're very successful.
Yeah.
Isn't that, like, what are your thoughts about that? And like, is it scary, that idea of like having to trust people? I think it's really cool that you guys met before both of you guys really took off.
Yeah. I mean, I think...
Keep talking.
I think most people have like... I don't know. I tend to be a more trusting guy, and I think most people have good intentions.
Have you seen those TikToks of like the Chinese guy like doing the Chinese fans and like dancing? And he's like, oh, okay.
I think we got a different TikTok. This is pretty though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tend to trust and then get burned. But I'm okay with it.
I think you've done pretty well, so.
I think it's better to trust and be burned 100 times than to never trust again.
No, for sure. No, that's really good.
But I for sure would never... Well, I'm very happy in my relationship, but she's right that I would never date someone
Yeah. It must be scary for
who
like...
would know who I was. That would be horrible, I think.
Yeah, it's scary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, do you personally watch any ASMR at all? Well, like, not really. Surely not, right? I can't imagine. I mean, you're really good at it, so...
I genuinely think the only stuff I've seen is Amaranth.
Right.
Because she's my coworker.
Nice. She's definitely like a good, like, I'd say representation for...
Is she good at it? Is she? I'm asking. I don't know.
It depends what you're into.
Who's the GOAT? Is there a GOAT of ASMR?
I would say
Who's the shroud of it all?
there's a creator called GB. I don't know if you've heard of her, probably not. Do you know, Charlie has a network talent called Mana,
Yeah.
and I think she's a co-founder of it. So she's also a talent manager, but she's also an ASMR creator. She did a one-to-one recreation of the entire Shrek movie, but in ASMR. Collaborated with 6 hours in it, and it took her like 9 months to produce. And she really committed to the bit. She was pregnant, so like she naturally had like the Shrek beer gut.
Yeah, the Shrek build.
Yeah, the Shrek bit. So like she was, that was an insane project. Fully edited one-to-one, like beat for beat. Like you could watch the film and her like reinterpretation of it at the same time, and it matches.
That's insane.
Yeah, she did that for the B movie too. Yeah, so she's insane.
The only ASMR I've seen outside of Amaranth, and then I watched you after your video.
Yeah.
And then there's this one guy who does like drunk stepdad yells at you in ASMR.
Yeah, like I get you.
Yeah.
No, that's bad.
So that's the only ones I've seen.
What would you say are your 2025 New Year's resolutions?
Oh wow, I don't know yet. Well, I had one for 2024,
Yeah.
which was to run a marathon.
I saw your Olympics video. That was also pretty good.
I ran a half marathon in January,
Nice.
and then I quit running because I was like, I don't want to do it.
Right, that's fair.
But I feel like I've let myself down because it was my resolution.
No, I think you're doing fine.
Well, I'm gonna run a marathon in 2025.
How long is a marathon? How many miles? Miles, right?
Yeah, the relative, I think it's 40 kilometers, I think.
That's crazy.
42 kilometers.
Right.
So it's not quick, I think.
Do you think 2024 has been a good year for you?
I think it's been like a
mixed bag.
yeah.
Okay.
Like I think there's positive takeaways, but I don't think it's like the GOAT year by any stretch.
Right.
But I think 2025, it'll depend a lot on what platform I go to and what I do.
But you still haven't figured out.
I deadass don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, man, look, it's hard. I mean, I know this is completely out of my field, but I really love the community you've cultivated on YouTube. I think what's streaming platform at the end of the day, right? And a lot of YouTube's like interface, I feel like it's just so out of date in some ways. That literally makes no sense. I'm sorry. I'll get you something better. We'll do one more together.
I really thought this would do something.
Oh, you'll like this.
That's fun.
I call these. Oh, there you go. So I call these my Drake snakes.
Your what?
My Drake snakes.
Why do you call it that?
Well, like, do you know the rapper Drake?
Yeah, I've seen his hog.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
I get you.
so usually for this,
Are you stroking it? Feels like a stroke situation.
no, it's. I mean, you can. I mean, whatever. Do to your own, you know.
Okay, you do you.
I just sort of go. Put your wrist into it. Yeah, that's nice. I love your concentration pace.
I'm really sweating.
Okay, really. Here, you can like. That's good, right? It's gonna be intense when they hear it. Okay, nice. Well, look, Ludwig, I want to thank you so very much for coming on down to our channel and for having us on your awesome set and for being so awesome.
I appreciate you coming.
Is there anything you want to say to the audience before we leave?
January 6th, we take back what's ours. There's nothing holding us back.